back to the Go to NFL show. Just gonna be doing preview this week. We'll go over some subtopics too, but yeah, man, let's just get into Thursday night football tomorrow. To me, I don't think this game's gonna be interesting. It's in Kansas City. The Broncos have one of the worst defenses of the last 10 years. I have no reason to believe that they're going to be able to stop the Chiefs. I know we've seen crazy things happen on Thursday night games, but and Kelsey could potentially miss this game as well. But I just don't see any way that the Chiefs get stopped by Denver in any way. But it seems like you have a different take. So, well, what's your take on it?
All right, man. So, all right, the Chiefs, they've pretty much owned the whole AFC West since Mahomes has started. He has like 3 losses, 1 to the Raiders and probably 2 to the Chargers, I think. He's unbeaten against the Broncos. Broncos haven't beat them since I think their Super Bowl year or the year before that. So
yeah, it was
it's
Peyton's last year.
Yeah, so it's been 8. Was it 8 years, 7 years?
Yeah.
Everyone's got the Chiefs winning. Logically, the Chiefs have the best quarterback in the world. They have a better roster, better defense. Logically, they're gonna win, right? They're at home, Thursday night football. But that's where you're wrong, my friend. I'm going off vibes, bro. Honestly, I think Sean Payton, he's hearing all the noise. I mean, granted, he's been pretty bad this year. Not on offense. His offense has been solid, but as a head coach, he hasn't been good.
No.
They have the worst defense in the league. But I don't know, man. The Broncos, they're gonna win. They're gonna win against the Chiefs eventually, man. And I just feel like Thursday night we've seen crazy shit happen. So I got the Broncos, man. Upset of the week. I'll probably look crazy. I'm probably gonna look back why the fuck did I do that? Why did I pick them? But I got the Broncos, man. I think they're gonna get the upset. I don't know. Something's telling me they're gonna win. I don't know.
You say upset of the week. I say this would be upset of the year easily. And we're only 6 weeks in. This will be upset.
Well, last year they played them tough too, bro. Last year.
That's true, but their defense is a lot better last year too.
Yeah, because I know last year the Chiefs were up pretty big on them, and then they came back, and then it was a close game, and then Russell Wilson got a concussion, so he was out. I don't know. I could see this game being 17-0, Chiefs winning, and then they just let off the gas, and then Thursday night football shit happens, and I don't know. We'll see. I got the upset though, Broncos.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I can't see it happening. I mean, if Mahomes gets hurt and Blaine Gabbert has to come in or something like that, then I can see that scenario playing out. But with Mahomes on the field, there's no way the Chiefs, to me, are gonna score. I think Chiefs are gonna score over 30. Personally,
I think it'll be a high scoring game.
It's gonna be high 20s. At least to me for the Chiefs, and
I think this is a game where the Chiefs go off. But I don't know, man. Something's telling me, man.
I think this is the game that the Russell Wilson era officially dies. Not to say he's going to be benched or anything like that, but this is going to be the game where it's it's over. This team is probably going to start selling off all of their players after this game.
Did you see that?
Dropped a one. Go ahead.
I said, did you see that? Sean Payton, I think the media asked him if they were looking to trade anyone. He said, "We're not looking, but obviously we're gonna get calls and we're gonna answer those calls." So yeah, I think if they do lose, it probably is a fire sale. You just try to get rid of everyone. We start over,
Exactly.
If they lose.
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Caleb Williams year. All these teams are going to be doing tanking to a whole nother level, just like we saw in the NBA this past year with Wembanyama, right? Teams are just if there's any year to tank, this is the year to do it. And I think Denver, they have their first round pick this year, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they do. We the Saints got last year's first round pick. We almost could have had this.
You missed out, bro. You missed out on
it. I think it's because the Saints wanted to get the first round pick then and in that moment.
Right.
Which makes sense because I don't think anyone saw the Broncos being this bad. But man, we could have been that Caleb Williams sweepstakes, man. Shit breaks my heart.
Yeah, could have been up there. But yeah, man. I think the Chiefs dominate this game. I don't see any way the Denver Broncos compete, especially on the road. I can't see it happening. I just can't. But hey man, good disagreement. Like
Crazy,
we have
crazy things happen, man. You know,
crazier things
I'm
have
just going.
happened. So
I'm
I
going
mean,
off vibes. Honestly, I have no.
if it happens, bro, I got to give it to you. And maybe I need to start listening, taking your takes more seriously. I mean,
Hey,
at
man,
that point, so
I'm a smart guy, man. You gotta start listening to me every now and then.
hey, bro, that'd be a galaxy brain take. I'll give
It
you
really would be because I'm honestly just going off vibes, bro. Sometimes you just gotta go with the vibes, man. I don't know.
All right,
I think they get it done, man. We've been
man.
enough time on this mid-ass Broncos team. Let's get to the Ravens at Titans. Another London game. My goodness, bro. I'm low-key getting sick of these London games, man. I'm glad this shit's over with. I think for a while after this week, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I've never liked the London games,
It's
not
like it's too
once.
early because we live on the West Coast, so like we're not waking up at fucking 6:30 to watch, you know, the Titans, bro. Obviously,
Yeah,
but
or any team, honestly. Like
nah. If it's a good matchup, I'll tune in.
they never put good matchups in.
Well, last week was pretty good. Jackson Bills was a good matchup.
I guess the game didn't turn out to be so good.
It was a pretty good. It was a close game. Bills could have came back if their defense could get a stop, but they didn't. But we're
That's
off
the truth.
topic. Ravens at Titans. There's a lot of history with these teams, man. Lamar obviously as the one seed. Was it 2019? I believe MVP year. They're heavily favored, and they got dominated, man. Derrick Henry ran him to the ground. Derrick Henry was unreal that playoff run. Lamar had a bunch of turnovers. Next year, I think it was the next year, Ravens at Titans in the playoffs. Uh, Lamar gets his get back, gets his first playoff win, silences all the
His
all
only
the
playoff
haters.
win.
Yeah, well, he's only been in the playoffs a couple times because of injury and circumstances and whatnot. But I think this is gonna be a pretty interesting game. Ravens Titans, who you got?
I got the Ravens. Uh, yeah, not much to say. The Titans have. There's been some games where they played pretty decently. They've stuck in
Mm-hmm.
these games, and I think this game will be something like that. Like I think this is going to be sort of close.
It's gonna be a
Uh, the
close
Ra-
game.
the Ravens sometimes have problems scoring points. Like we've seen it a couple times
The
this season.
receivers, bro, they're not
Yeah,
not
see,
doing.
I'm not willing to go there. I'm not willing to go there. I think the receivers are just fine. Obviously, it's hard to say that coming off of what happened
I was
last
gonna say,
week.
did you not watch last week, bro?
I
They
watched
quite
last
literally
week,
cost
but
the game.
I'm saying Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, Odell, Mark Andrews. I still believe in those guys to a certain degree. I think as a
I
receiving
believe in
core, I
Andrews
think they're
and,
fine.
and Flowers. I don't Odell. I love Odell, but I think he might be done, man. And Bateman, I've never seen it with him.
That's fine. I mean, I think the Ravens are going to win this game, especially coming off the disappointment of last week. They
Yeah,
need this one. It is in London though, so we've seen how that affects certain teams.
I think
But
whoever travels wisely and like gets their rest and like goes there earlier, I think will be more like it'll be more beneficial for them to win. But yeah, I pretty much agree with you. I got the Ravens winning just because I think they're a better team. I trust Lamar more than Tannehill, and they gotta get their get back. Not their get back. They gotta get right back on track. Like you lose to the Steelers in embarrassing fashion, you gotta win.
100%, and I think that's what it'll be. I expect Lamar to just go off. I mean, simply like Lamar's been great this year.
No,
Like
yeah,
I
and then
understand last week, I mean, his numbers were skewed by all the drops, but
and
if you
then he had
watch
some
like if you
bad
watch
turnovers.
closely and
Yeah,
you go back to all the drops, Lamar was dropping it right in the bucket on so many of these
yeah.
throws. Just guys
Like
couldn't
like
get
I
it out
said
of the
last
way.
time, he had like 150 yards plus worth of drops.
Yeah, so I expect Lamar to do his thing, get back on the MVP conversation.
Um, I think this will be the Titans secondary can be had. I mean, we saw that week one. We saw that with the Browns. Um, And I think if there was any game for like Odell to, look good, Bateman to get some momentum going, Zay Flowers has been really good. Mark Andrews, he's consistently one of the better tight ends in the league. I think this would be one of the games like, to get their numbers up, get Lamar back on that MVP conversation. And I think he'll have a big game in there.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got the Ravens winning this game. Uh, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean the Titans. I mean, it's kind of another question with them too because like where's this Titans team really going, right? Are they a team that could potentially be in sell
Nowhere.
mode? Is Derrick Henry someone that can get traded during the deadline to like a contender? Like these are all questions they got to ask themselves because at best I see the team being like 7 wins and like I just don't know what that gets you this year. You know, um,
Yeah.
Potentially Tannehill could be on the move. Like let's say the Jets this week, Zach Wilson plays like absolute dog shit
Ew.
again. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I could
Yeah.
see it happening just out of desperation for the Jets because they're trying to salvage their season after what happened with Rodgers. So I could see like if they can't get Kirk, I could see them settling for someone like Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
But I don't know. These are all questions that'll be answered at the end of next week. So, but yeah, let's move on.
Yeah. Pretty uninspiring slate of games here today
Yeah,
too.
it's kind of boring. Not gonna lie.
So we'll just get through these pretty quickly. Um, Panthers at Dolphins. I think we're both gonna agree on this. I think the Dolphins are gonna smoke them
They're gonna
fairly
absolutely smoke
easily.
them. Yeah, like Panthers defense hasn't been good. There's no way they're stopping this offense. The Dolphins are literally ranked number one in every single category, passing and rushing. So I
Yeah,
just
even with A Chain going on IR, they still got Mostert, so I think they're gonna
yeah
be just fine running the ball. Tua has been pretty good, pretty great actually, like for the most part this year. And
yeah
I don't expect anything less versus this Panthers team. I don't know, man. I don't see their direction. Like I know they're still in the early rebuild. They just got Bryce Young, but they have no weapons. They don't have their first round pick. Their defense has talent, but I mean J.C. Horn, he's always injured, unfortunately. Um, maybe do you see them maybe train like Brian Burns for a first, try to like I don't really know where they go.
yeah. I mean, if I'm them, I'd keep Burns just
Yeah,
because he's a
you want to
young
have good
player.
players.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's still young, like with upside. So if I was them, I would keep him. But like he was in trade talks last year, like with the Rams. The
yeah,
Rams tried to give up their first to get him. So um, yeah, it's a possibility. Like this is clearly like one of the worst teams in the league, and they may
yeah.
just feel like let's just completely start over. Let's have nobody on a big contract and just run. Run through the draft next year. But it's going to be tough though because they did give up a lot of their picks to be able to move
hmm
up to number one in
To
the
get
first place. So they're not going to even
for
have their
Bryce
first.
Young, which is kind of crazy, man. I don't.
I mean, it's looking crazy right now. I mean, it's still way too early to say anything
Yeah,
about
but I
that.
just don't
But
see the the wow, like the special, like
yeah, I mean,
it's
I
just
haven't
because
seen it. I haven't seen it yet either. But
and then because he's like a smaller quarterback, and I think people took too much into like what Breeze and Russell Wilson were doing, like in their peak of their powers, like because they were the short quarterbacks. So like, oh, size doesn't matter. He could be like Breeze or he could be like Wilson, and it's just like so far. I mean, Kyler was amazing, but he always gets hurt at the end of the year. Like I don't know. For
true.
me, I kind of have a bias towards the smaller quarterbacks just because even when they're good, like Kyler, he falls off every year because of injuries, just because of the damage he takes. And that's not to say like bigger quarterbacks can't get hurt, but it's just
Yeah,
you have more faith in their like longevity throughout an NFL season.
yeah. Obviously, you're more at risk if you're smaller. Like that's just how
Yeah.
it goes, right? And the thing with Bryce coming out, it's like if you look at all their college tapes, between Stroud, Bryce Young, and Richardson, Bryce Young had by far the best tape. He looked
Mhm.
he looked by far the best. But we just see with the size, it's like there's never been a quarterback quite his size in terms of weight to
Yeah,
succeed.
he's really
Like
small. Like
even
even
though
Kyler
Bree
is like muscular. Like
is
he's like
exactly like
yeah,
he's kind of bulky. Same thing with Breeze. Like Breeze wasn't like a twig. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
And Russ
Bryce
was
Young
always
is.
thicker and like he was just
Exactly.
so
So
elusive in
so
his
these
prime.
guys were like built to like take hits. It's not like
Mm.
Young's been hurt yet. I mean, well, he did miss a week, but
Yeah, but it was like an
uh,
ankle. It wasn't nothing
yeah,
like
it wasn't
yeah,
due to like him getting like blown the
yeah,
hell
like
up or something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, um, yeah, man. But just when it comes to this game, this is a
That's
complete mismatch to
snooze.
me.
Yeah.
The Dolphins should dominate this game.
They probably will put up 40, man. Like the Dolphins just smoke these bad teams,
I
man.
feel like the Dolphins are at home every week. Like, bro, they even have.
Yeah.
Like,
I
they're at
think
home
was it the
again.
Chargers and the Bills or like the. I mean, I guess they've only played 5 games too, so
Still, I feel like they've only.
yeah, I get what you're saying.
The only game I know for a fact they were on the road was against the Patriots, but outside of that, I can't remember any other game.
No, the Chargers. Oh, damn! So they've been on the road most of the year. Sorry, because they were at LA for week 1. They lost in Buffalo, and then if they played in New England, so they put up the 70 at home, and then who else did they beat? Oh, they beat the Giants at home. So they're 3-3, like home road.
Yeah, it just feels like it's probably because that Chargers game kind of skewed it.
Yeah,
It
Chargers
probably
and
felt like it
Patriots
was
was
a
so
Dolphins
long
game.
ago. Yeah, for that too.
Yeah, man. Let's move on. Not much to say about this game. Should be a blowout.
This one's kind of interesting. I mean, for me, I guess.
Saints Texans. I mean the Saints. Their offense woke up last week. This took them playing the Patriots, to do so.
Yeah.
So, here's the thing. I'm not confident in the Saints offense at all. I think the Texans have playmakers on defense in order to be able to hold the Saints to low scoring. Again, that's pretty much what they've been all season. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'm going to pick the Texans to win this game. I believe in their quarterback more. I believe in their offense more. Yeah, I mean, the Saints, like I said last week, no disrespect to your team, but
The Patriots are dog shit. Yeah.
do much for me, but who knows? Maybe their offense is going to wake up after that performance they had last week. But what do you think is going to happen?
I kind of agree with you with the offense. I don't expect us to like just start having these offensive explosions because even last week we really didn't have like offensive explosion. We had a pick six and then turnovers gave us good field position. We didn't really have to go down the field too many times. Versus the Texans though, I think Bryce Young played pretty damn near perfect. Like he has no picks. I don't think he has any fumbles lost. He's played pretty clean. He he hasn't had the touchdown like the numbers. He's had the yards, not the like touchdowns though. But he's been great given this circumstances. But I think this is the week he finally like throws some picks, and I think this will be his first time placing like a defense and secondary like ours. I got us winning. I think it's gonna be a close game, low scoring game. I guess like 2017, something like that. But yeah, I just trust the Saints defense to get it done. Um, Dennis Allen's one of the best defensive minds in the league right now.
One of the best coaches.
Okay. Anyway, and I trust that he'll like get like not Bryce Young. My goodness, C.J. Stroud. Like he'll give him some looks, try to confuse them, try to like mix up the coverages, and I'll take the Saints to win.
I can see it going either way.
Yeah, I don't have like a strong take towards it, one way or the other.
Yeah, I think these teams, to me at least, they're kind of around the same level. Like when it comes to,
I think we have a better roster. I think they have better coaching, probably better quarterback too. At this point,
they do. Yeah, yeah. We'll see what happens. But,
we'll see.
Let's move on to the Washington Commanders and the Atlanta Falcons. To me, this is a fun game.
This guy, you're sick.
Hey, you can say what you want. I understand
man.
you're
gross.
You're the number one Desmond Ritter hater. Probably
he's not good, dude.
But the thing is, the Falcons are in almost every single one of these games, and so are the Commanders. So
yeah,
I expect this game to be somewhat high scoring. But you know what? I'm gonna take Atlanta to win this game.
You're fucking gross. You legit disgust me.
I understand, like Washington, they kind of gotta get right after what happened. But I don't know, man. Performing against the Bears like that didn't leave a good taste in my mouth at all.
Hey, yo.
Pause. My bad. But yeah, so I think the Falcons are going to put up some points against the Commanders. Commanders don't have a good defense.
They don't. You're not wrong.
So I expect the Falcons to win this game relatively close. I think this game is going to be something like 27-24. Maybe another young Wei Koo game-winning field goal type thing. You get the
Yeah.
best quarterback in the NFC South. To drive in,
Shut up, bro.
put them in
My
field goals.
goodness, you gotta stop trolling, bro. It's
I'm
not
not
funny
trolling.
anymore.
I'm not trolling. I
You're
like the
literally
guy.
you're trolling, bro. I know you're trolling. You're
But
gross.
no, the Falcons. I think they're gonna win this game.
Nah, I disagree. I think the Commanders coming off of a whole week rest, like they played on Thursday, so they have the rest advantage. Um, Falcons, every time I feel like every time a team sneaks out with a close win, like the next week they could just come out and lay an egg. I'm not saying they're gonna get blown out or anything. I just think I trust Sam Howell. Um, I mean, Sam Howell, I see like the flashes, like he makes some crazy, like some great throws. His pocket presence, though, like he leaves a lot to be desired. Like
Takes
he's
way too
not,
many sacks.
yeah. He doesn't handle pressure well. Like I don't know, man. He does. I don't think he feels he doesn't feel the pressure. He doesn't have great pocket presence. But I just trust him, and I think I just trust him over Desmond Ritter. To be honest with you, um, I
Damn,
wouldn't
that's
be
crazy.
surprised if Falcons win just because I don't trust Ron Rivera either. Falcons have the better coaching. But I'll take the Commanders. Sam Halligan still lives, man. He had a pretty good game. Granted, they lost by 20, but Riverboat Ron, bro, that fucker wouldn't go for it on fourth down. Like, what was he doing? That guy sucks. But yeah, I got the Commanders winning. Pretty close game though, I think.
Yeah, Desmond Ritter's about to assert his dominance this week,
Shut the
man.
fuck up. Okay, Colts at
It is.
Jaguars. We're moving up. Um, Gardner Minshew revenge game. Who you got? I got the Jaguars
Oh,
personally.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is a Gardner
Gardner
revenge
Minshew,
game.
baby.
It's like you chose that long haired boy over me. Like, what's going on? You chose
Yeah,
Trevor
respect
Lawrence over me.
Gardner.
Nah, but
Sunshine.
yeah, man. Shit. I can see this going either way. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that high on Jacksonville at all. Like,
I
good
mean,
win
they
against the
did come off of
Bills.
they came off some two a great win versus the Bills and a win versus the Falcons. So they're on a 2 game heater.
I suppose if you want to call that a heater.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
gotta give
not I'm
them.
not high on Jacksonville at all. I'll take them because they're at home, number one, and I believe in their quarterback more, number two. So
And they own the Colts at home like the past
that is
however many
true.
years.
The
So
record is
gotta take
pretty. The record over the last couple of years does favor Jacksonville at home, but
yeah.
it also kind of swings back the other way when the Colts are at home. So, um, yeah, I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
Oh
But like I
shit.
said, I can see this going either way. Jacksonville's offense has not been good the majority of this year, and if it's low
I
scoring, I could see Gardner putting up just enough points to win this game at the end. Like he's shown the ability to be clutch sometimes at the end of these games. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
yeah, I don't really have much to add. I don't know, man. These AFC South teams really don't move me. I like Trevor Lawrence. I like CJ Stroud, but other than that, like I don't know, man. It's kind of a snooze division. But yeah, I got the Jags winning. Trust Trevor Lawrence. I feel like they're on a 2 game heater, man. They just big win versus Buffalo. Like people were saying that was the best team in the AFC, and they beat them like not. I wouldn't say convincingly, but they had control. Like
They
mostly,
control that
mostly,
game, the
yeah.
majority of it.
And
So
like and then every time Buffalo needed to stop, it just feels like the Jaguars were like getting the first down. Trevor Lawrence made that big throw to was it Ridley against Micah Hyde. So yeah, I got Jaguars.
yeah, we're in agreement.
Yeah,
Let's move on to it's probably one of the best games of the
probably
week
the best matchup of the week.
in this week slate of games we got this week. But Seahawks and Bengals. I think the Seahawks are on like what a 3 game winning streak. I want to say.
Because they lost week 1,
Yeah,
and then yeah, aren't they like 4-1? Or how many losses they have?
I think they might be 3-2.
What did they lose to?
I don't remember, but
Because they beat the Lions, they beat New York.
they lost to the Rams. I know that, but I can't really think of who else they lost to.
You want to look it up?
I'll look it up.
I'll start off though. So this is a must-win for Cincinnati. I feel like we've been saying that. I've been saying that since like they lost to
Yeah,
fucking
every week's been
Baltimore.
a must win for them.
Pretty much, yeah. When you start 0-2, and you're in a tough division and the
Yeah,
tougher
they're
conference.
yeah they're 3-1. The Seahawks
Oh,
are.
They had a bye then? Oh yeah, they
Yeah,
did have a bye.
they
They
had
had
a
a
bye
bye last
last
week.
week.
Oh, okay, but yeah, I feel like I don't know. I think Joe Burrow he looked good versus Arizona. Seattle they have two good corners though, like so you got to respect their corners. Um, with no T Higgins, most likely it's I feel like it's gonna be a heavy Jamar game. Heavy Jamar, Tyler Boyd, try to get Trent Irwin in, run the ball. They're at home. Um, I'm just gonna go with Cincinnati, man. Like, man, I'm probably gonna jinx it because every time I pick them, they fucking lose. But yeah, man, I think if they want to make the playoffs, they gotta win this going into the bye, get healthy. Then they got San Fran, and that's gonna be a big game. And if they want any chance of competing for the for AFC playoff spot, they gotta win. So I got Cincinnati, and I think Joe Burrow's gonna look good again. Give Jamar the ball, keep him moving, give him, you got to feed your receivers. You got to keep them happy. So, yeah, let's say you.
Yeah, I can see the Bengals put up a lot of points in this game,
Oh, really?
especially if Joe Burrow like just picks up where he left off. He looked great last week. I don't know if he
Yeah.
got into like contact with one of LeBron's doctors or something like that, and had
He got that
you know,
shot, bro.
yeah, I don't know, man, something because he looked just from one week to the next, he looked like a completely
Yeah,
different
it was
guy.
night and day. Yeah, he
So
looked good.
so yeah, man, if he could build off that, I still don't believe in this Seattle defense at all. I understand. I love the Witherspoon pickup, and he's been great, but I don't think he's going
Woolen's
to be
a
enough.
good corner.
Yeah,
Diggs is a
he
good
is too.
safety.
But I just don't see them being able to stop the Bengals if the Bengals are on. And I
Yeah, if they're
understand T
back, if
Higgins
they're
is
back.
out, but they still got Boyd. So I think those two should be enough for them to put up points.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, I mean, I got the Bengals. This is a must win because like
yeah.
with their schedule coming up, like with
They
San
got some
Fran
tough ones, man.
and teams like that, like they're gonna need
San
to win this
Fran,
game because
Buffalo, Kansas City. They
yeah,
got some big Steelers, Ravens, Browns. Division matchups. They're
yeah,
all tough. There's
their
no there's
schedule
no
is
gimmies
really
honestly
tough.
in that.
Not at all. So I think this is a must-win game. Like if we're talking about them making the playoffs, this is a game they need to
Yeah, they
probably
gotta
win.
they gotta win.
So I think they'll win it. But yeah, it all comes down to what Joe Burrow we see this
Yeah, if
week.
Joe Burrow's back, I trust the Bengals. If he's not, then that's a different story.
But
But he looked
I
back,
believe,
so I gotta trust
yeah,
him.
I believe he'll be all right. And as long as he doesn't re-aggravate, nothing like that,
Man, hopefully.
he should be fine, right?
And then
So
Jordan ones gave him powers, man.
hey, keep it going, man.
Yeah,
Wear the goats' shoes. That's what
respect.
you got to do.
He didn't have no
Maybe
Giannis
Tom
shoes
Brady
on,
should come out
but
with some cleats. That'll really help him
okay,
out.
buddy. Okay.
I haven't told you during text. I was like, he probably like talked to Tom Brady for some advice. That's probably what got him back
It's
from
Tom
college.
Brady, yeah. And I said some smart shit. I forgot what I said. I
You
was
were
like,
upset.
Mahomes is still playing, but
Yeah. But yeah, I got the Bengals.
yeah, me too. I think it's gonna be a good game though. I think I could see it being a high
Yeah,
scoring game just because Bengals defense is hit or miss, honestly,
yeah. And the
so
only
far this
games that
year.
the Seahawks could ever win are high scoring games. It seems
Yeah.
like so.
All
But
right.
let's move on.
This is kind of
Vikings and
sneaky interesting, kind of. Just because I mean, no Justin
oh,
Jefferson, it kind of hurts
oh
the viewing ability. But Vikings at Bears. Vikings. I mean, if they lose, you gotta think they're just gonna tank, man, and try to get Caleb and just sit Jefferson the rest of the year. Who knows? Um, and you want to see if I mean Vikings have one of the worst defenses. Can Justin Fields continue to build his confidence, continue to like play well? Who do you got?
I got the Vikings.
Oh,
I'm not.
okay.
I'm just not a believer in Justin Fields just yet. I understand these last couple of weeks have been by far the best of his career, but I need to see more. I need to see a bigger sample size of him actually looking like an NFL quarterback.
Yeah,
The Vikings
I
defense, like you
understand that.
said, is not that good, and their offense just took a huge hit.
Yeah.
So, uh, listen, if they lose, it's full fire sale mode to me. Like I don't like if you move down to 1-5, it's pretty much a wrap.
Did you see
So
that interview of not the interview? It was like the meet. Someone asked Kirk Cousins if he would be willing to trade his no trade clause, like willing to waive his no trade clause.
I saw like a comment, but like he basically brushed it off and he just said he's worried about the Bears. Like he's not worried
Yeah.
about anything else.
Something to look out, man, if they lose.
Yeah, it's going to be on the table. Like I said, teams are going to pull out some shit this year to try to get in that tank for
Bro,
Caleb.
Vikings getting Caleb Williams would be OD, bro. That'd
Yeah,
be lit.
Patriots. That's where it needs to go. We
Man,
won't talk
you don't
about
even
that.
want Belichick on your team anymore, bro.
I don't. I want Caleb.
This guy. I don't know if I said. I got the Bears winning. I'm just gonna go with the vibes, man. Justin
Oof.
Fields. I mean, he's been great against these bad defenses, Broncos and Commanders. Why do I gotta assume he's not gonna continue off Vikings? Vikings haven't been good. They haven't stopped anyone.
That's true. It's just
And the Bears
I
are
don't know.
home. You know,
They are at home.
Vikings have no run game still too. Madison's not good.
God,
He sucks.
he's been really bad.
Yeah,
I guess fuck, man. Just give it to Cam Akers some more. Like it
did
can't
he
get
even
any worse
play?
than what it's been. I didn't see him out there. I think he was.
I
I think he's
don't.
still on like limited snaps. Like
I don't even know.
they're still running Madison as our number one because
Yeah,
he knew the system, like all that shit, right? So,
nah, I'm just
but
going with vibes, man. I got the Bears. Fuck it, man. Vibes.
I can see it going either way, especially if Fields plays like he did the last 2
Yeah,
weeks. They could easily win. This Vikings team's not that good, and they're out their best player. So, but
yeah,
I'm gonna take the Vikings to win just because the Bears have given me no reason to trust them. So,
yeah. I'm just going off vibes. I think Justin Fields gonna continue to ride the wave, keep playing well, try to improve his trade market. Because
for
Panthers
sure,
are still gonna be ass, and they could still get the number one pick, and they could still get Caleb, even if the Bears like win 7 games or whatever.
that's true. You think they just give up on Bryce Young like that though? I think they would.
No, the Panthers aren't having their number one pick, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit, oh, my bad. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I keep
Yeah,
forgetting that they don't. That they don't have their pick. Yeah,
Panthers gave them their pick. They gave
they
it
had
to
to
the
give up their
Bears.
pick to even get Bryce Young.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So even if they go 0-17, they're stuck with Bryce Young at least another year, which is kind of crazy. Like stuck with their first round, their number one pick. But no, I think it's possible that the Bears get their number one pick and it's not even their pick.
It's looking that way.
Yeah,
I'm hoping the Panthers start winning a couple of games so the Patriots can get that pick.
Patriots aren't getting Caleb Williams, bro. I'm telling you that right now.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm
Uh,
telling you. All right. Let's move on. This game, a little bit interesting.
it would
can
have been
be.
more interesting if Deshaun was gonna play. I
Yeah.
think.
I mean, if Deshaun's not playing, this could be because we saw how bad it looked when DTR played. We'll see if P.J.
Yeah, it
Walker
was
could
bad.
be any better. This is probably the toughest defense Brock Purdy's ever faced. So
Yeah,
that's one thing we got to talk about. But yeah, I think the Niners are going to win this game
yeah.
easily.
I was leaning. I thought the Browns had a really good shot if Deshaun was going to play, but right now I think it's up in the air if he's going to play or not. I think, but now I'm leaning towards the Niners just because I don't know. People were saying the Cowboys defense was great too, and fucking pretty cooked. And I think the Browns are a better defense than the Cowboys, of course, but the Niners still have great weapons, man. Like, they still have CMC. They still got Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Elijah Mitchell, like the backup running back. Like they're still gonna get the ball to these weapons. Like, I don't know. I trust Shanahan more than Stefanski. And if they're gonna be playing a backup quarterback, like who is it they signed?
PJ Walker.
PJ Walker. Oh yeah, the 49ers are gonna feast on that. So I got the Niners fairly comfortably.
XFL legend PJ Walker.
Hey man, he had some bro. That Hail Mary versus the Falcons last year was one of the greatest throws I've ever seen, bro. Like not even trolling.
Oh yeah, didn't they still lose?
I think they
When
did.
he's on
I think they did.
they still lost. Like, I
But
think
dude,
gets
that
the
throw
extra
was
point.
amazing,
That
dude.
throw was insane. Yeah, to
That's
DJ
literally
Moore.
like if it was any other quarterback, people would talk about it as the greatest throw ever. Like if it
Oh
was
yeah,
like
if that
Mahomes
was
or
Mahomes,
Brady
yeah,
or
they would have said that was
Manning
the
or
greatest
someone
throw.
like that. No, that throw was nuts, bro. He was rolling through a dime to his left side, and was it to DJ Moore? I
It was
think.
DJ Moore. Yep,
Yeah, that shit was insane.
that
But
was.
yeah, I think we're both in agreement though. We got the Niners winning.
All right, here we
Oh
go.
man, this
PA
stinker.
Yeah, this is the day of reckoning for the New England Patriots. So
I'm curious.
here's what I'll say about this game. Okay,
Patriots at Raiders, if you didn't, because I don't think you
yeah,
said it.
Patriots and Raiders. Belichick never beats his former assistants. Even when we had Tom Brady, we never beat him. Okay,
You guys lost to fucking
Lost to Matt Patricia when he was on
in
the fucking
Detroit.
Lions.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
we lost to Josh McDaniels in 2009 when he was coaching the Broncos. We lost to Josh McDaniels last year. We've lost to
Did
Bill
you?
O'Brien. Yeah, remember the Jacoby Myers?
Oh
Remember the
shit! Yeah,
lateral?
I
Yeah,
remember that,
yeah,
bro. That was you.
yeah.
uh,
That was rock
Chandler's
bottom
was it?
last
Wasn't
year.
it Chandler Jones sending Mac Jones to
Yup,
hell? Yeah.
fucking stiff arm him to the
Now
ground
Chandler
like
Jones is
nothing,
fucking
bro.
going insane.
Oh
Prayers
yeah,
to that guy, man. Praise to him. But
yeah. He needs help. But yeah, man. I don't see it. I don't. I know they're talking about we're starting over, whatever the fuck that means.
yeah, you're already six
This
weeks into the
team
NFL season.
this team can't do shit offensively. They can't do
Yeah,
anything. The Jacoby Myers for Juju swap looks like a disaster. Juju can't get open,
yeah,
and
he's
Jacoby's
cooked,
doing his
man.
thing every single week for the Raiders. It sucks because you know they're gonna try to get Jacoby a touchdown to like get revenge on us. For us letting him go and choosing Juju's bum ass over
Yeah.
him. So
Juju Smith, man, he was special his rookie year, but that was because he had AB. But still, he was fucking
exactly,
amazing. He was
yeah,
amazing. You
man.
gotta admit that.
Uh, yeah, we're gonna lose. We're gonna move down to 1-5, and then we're gonna move down to 1-7 after facing the Bills and the Dolphins. The next 2 weeks after that. So this isn't a good team. I have no confidence in them moving forward. The only thing I'm gonna say about this game, though, if we come out of this game and they're gonna be like, "Oh, see, this is why the Patriots should have kept Jimmy G," that's really gonna piss me off.
Yeah,
Okay, because it's
I just
just
hate
like
Jimmy G, bro.
to
He's
act
so
like
fucking mid,
this,
bro.
to act like this, like Jimmy G would have made any difference to this team with the state that they're currently in is insane. But we know it's gonna happen. We know it's gonna happen if the
Yeah,
Patriots
it's the
lose.
casual, like the casual fans. Like we're casual. I always say I'm a casual, but I'm not like I know ball. Like there's casual fans who are like, oh, Jimmy G just wins. He's a winner. Like that's
Yeah,
casual. But I disagree, man. I think the page. I don't know. I'm just going with vibes, man. Uh,
you're just
the Raiders
vibing this
don't.
week, huh?
The Raiders don't fucking move me at all, bro. I'm sorry. Like they beat the Packers, but Jordan. I've been saying Jordan Love's mid as hell, bro. Jimmy G's fucking mid as hell. If Mac Jones can't outduel Jimmy G, bro, I'm sorry. That man needs to be out the league. Um,
Oh, we're getting there.
nah, he sucks. But I trust. I don't know. I think he's gonna beat one of his former assistant coaches eventually. So I don't think McDowell's is a good coach, man. Like kicking the field goal when was it a 4 point game, and
Yeah, he
if
sucks.
you could have just won the game, get the first down, win the game, run the clock. You kick a field goal, you still give him a chance to come back and tie the game minimum, or they could go for two. Like he's not a good coach. Um, I think this is just the battle of. I think the Raiders have more talent on offense, but they got Adams, Jacoby Myers, Jacobs, who's been pretty underwhelming this year. But yeah, I'm just gonna go with the Patriots. Just going on vibes. I think they're just gonna win. I don't know. No cogent analysis for that. I just got the Patriots winning.
Yeah. Let's hope it doesn't happen for my sake.
Yeah, for your sake.
Because all I got to look forward to this season is the potential of getting Caleb Williams. So winning a
That's not
game like
happening,
this would kill those hopes. So all right, let's move on. This one's kind of interesting. Not gonna lie.
It is a little. Depending on how the game plays out, I think will
Yeah,
be what determines if it's interesting or not.
Detroit Lions and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So Lions offensively have been great outside of week one. So they're doing their thing, and Baker's looked really good. Like there's nothing you
Yeah,
can really say. He's looked good. The team believes in him. Like he's like a leader on that team
he
already.
looks
You can
like
tell. Like the players are behind him. Like you could tell,
yeah.
and that
It's
shit
like
like
no.
that matters.
Yeah, it's like he's. I want to say he looks like rookie Baker, but I think rookie Baker looked better. But he has like the confidence again of like when he was a rookie, he was throwing and letting it fly. He had the momentum of Cleveland. They just came off their 0-16 season. People believed in Baker. You know, they won 7 games with him. People were hyped, and I feel like he not to that extent because you know he's obviously not the number one pick. He's not there to save the franchise. You know, he's taking over for Brady, but I think he's sparked like an offense because last year the offense was pretty dead. Like it was hit or miss every week, even with Tom Brady. You know, he couldn't move much. Baker, he's shown the ability to move. I think some of the fans are believing in him now because you know, like I know when he came in and he was battling Kyle Trask for the job, people were like, "Oh my God, Baker sucks!" Like you know, we're in for a long season, and he's giving them optimism because I think they're what 3-1 right now. They just came off a big win versus the Saints. He looked pretty good, other than like a pick in the red zone. He's looked good all year for the most part, again, other than Philly. I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna go with Detroit to beat the Bucks.
Same. I got Detroit. I just think this
Yeah,
offense is too much. Um, yeah, I still think Baker's going to put up points because, like I said, this Lions defense before
yeah, and then they're
is,
suffering injuries too, like with
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Aiden Hutchinson is look amazing though. Like he
He's
already looks like one of the
he
best
should have
edge
been the
rushers
number
in
one
the league.
pick.
100%. Yeah, it's becoming
Yeah,
more and more apparent. I
yeah.
still don't know how Trayvon Walker went number one,
I,
but
I think they try to outthink the room and went with like the upside, but when Aiden
yeah,
Hutchinson was just going to be a better player from the beginning, and
exactly.
he's
You could just
still
see it.
getting
It was
better.
pretty
Yeah,
obvious. But yeah, the Lions, they're one of the best teams in the NFC. Like, there's not much you could say.
yeah. They got to win this game though. I think it's interesting though. If the Bucks win, do we got to start taking them more serious? I think we do if they win.
100%. If
Yeah,
they win, yeah, because
especially if Baker looks good again, you know, then we got to be like, all right, then maybe this isn't a fluke. Maybe Baker's just going to be a good, solid quarterback.
Baker's gonna
I
get a
hope
new
not.
contract. Baker's gonna
I
get a
hope
new
not.
contract on the Bucks, bro. He's getting like
Hey,
2 years, 50, something like that.
people were saying Baker was the Bucks were going to be in contention for Caleb Williams. So like, this is surprising to a lot of people, including myself.
100%. But yeah, nonetheless, I still think the Lions are a better team, so I
Yeah,
got them
I
winning
just
this one.
I trust their play caller. What's his name?
Ben
Uh,
Johnson,
Ben Johnson. I was gonna say Gus Johnson. Yeah, Ben Johnson. He's gonna get
Gus
some head
Johnson.
coaching job.
Gus Johnson's a great commentator. I love
Yeah, he's the goat, man. I love Gus Johnson. He's
Let's say
gone.
have him do more NFL games. That'd
he
be
he
nice.
was doing some, but I feel like he hasn't done them this year at all. I know, like
No, it's
I,
hardly ever. He mostly does like college basketball
no,
and shit
yeah,
like that.
no, but like I know a couple years ago he was doing some NFL games. He
Yeah,
he has
yeah.
such a good voice, man.
I
He's
think
so
he did
great.
a couple last year too. It's like
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that's
so
what I'm saying.
rare when he does them
But
though.
he has such a good. He's one of my favorite him. I love. Honestly, I know a lot of people hate Chris Collinsworth, but I loved him and Al Michaels. I thought they were like just
Yeah,
legendary on
they're
Sunday
a
Night
great
Football.
combo.
I think Joe Buck, not Joe Buck. Is it Joe Buck? No, yeah,
Yeah,
Joe Buck. I think he's underrated. I think he's underrated too.
oh, yeah, I love Joe Buck.
The
Joe Buck's
Minnesota
great, man.
Miracle, like granted it was against my team, but dude, that shit I was like, hey,
That was a
that's a
great
heart.
call.
Yeah, it's a great call.
I'm surprised you
Oh, it
got that
breaks my
shit.
heart, man. I can't believe he lost
Bro, I felt,
that.
I know your voice kind of broke when you're like, that was a great call.
Oh man, it was a great
that
call,
brought
man.
that brought back some painful memories. I could tell,
Dude, that shit. I'm not gonna
bro.
lie. I didn't think I'd ever like get lower than that, and then we got fucking robbed at home, man. Oh my god. Okay.
Dude, just
Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals
imagine if we
and
had the
Rams.
pod at that time, like after that game.
I wouldn't have been
You
on the
probably wouldn't
pod,
have done
bro.
it
No,
that day.
I'd been crying. I'm not gonna lie. I cried for like an hour after the Minnesota game. I cried for like an hour. That shit broke me.
That's painful.
And then
That's a
and
painful
then the
call.
Rams game, I remember I took a nap, like because it was that game was the early game, and then it was the Patriots Chiefs, and I didn't even bother watching that game, and like that game was fucking crazy too, and then the Chiefs, Brady threw that pick, and then it was called back because he was offsides, and I was like, honestly, I couldn't give a shit, bro. I was so sad about the Rams. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's a lot.
fucking Zerline nailed it like a 60-yarder, bro. Dead center. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, are you
No, I
serious?
know that was a fucking that would have been good from like 70. That kick he had.
Bro. And it's crazy because I remember, like, the Saints were, like, fucking getting after Goff, and he was just standing in there throwing dots, bro. I was like,
I
what the
know.
fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah, bro.
That was our year,
it's
man.
like a big what if. It's like, damn, like Breeze would have gone to another Super Bowl and lost to Tom
I think,
Brady, you know.
yeah, he was not losing to this. He was not losing to the That Patriots team was not beating the Saints, man. I'm
No,
sorry.
they're not. They were on a mission, bro. They were on a mission. Father of the Year wouldn't have been able to do much in that game. I don't
You're a fucking sicko,
think. But
bro.
let's move on.
We should at least have fucking won. We could have won. I think. All right. Last before if we beat the Vikings, no doubt in my mind, we're beating the shit out of the Eagles, bro. Shout out Alvin Kamara. He said we would have beat the shit out of them, and then the next year they fucking whipped their ass 2 times, man. Shout out my goat, AK. All right, Cardinals or Rams?
Cardinals at Rams.
It's kind
Yeah,
of
man, I got the Rams winning this game. The Cardinals have been competitive in
but yeah,
pretty much all the games they played this year.
That shit was
but
cool, but it's over.
They got one win. Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they got one win. They're one of the
They're not a
worst
good
teams in the
team.
league. So yeah, the Rams coming off the loss last week, they need to get back. I still think this team's gonna be in the playoffs. I think they're
Cooper
still
Kupp looked great.
and Cooper Kupp getting him back is gonna be huge for them. Like him and Puka, like those two, it's gonna be tough for teams to guard.
Puka is becoming like a household name, man. Because I remember, was it like week 1? We were like, who's that guy who went off for the Rams? We didn't even know his name, and now we're like Puka Nacua, that guy.
I remember during the draft hearing about him. I think he went to like BYU or something.
Yeah, he went to BYU.
But everyone's talking about like, oh yeah, like 6th round. You know, and what's like a 6th round receiver? Like you're not expecting shit.
Yeah, you never expect much from him. Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's just like that. Like I think maybe playing in the system obviously helps him. And Stafford just knows how to get guys the ball too.
Yeah, one thing about Stafford is underrated. He's gonna get his receiver the ball, man.
Yeah, because I saw it was like most catches in the first 4 weeks, and it was like Calvin Johnson, Cooper Kupp, and they all play with Stafford. So it was like
that's lit. That's hard.
Yeah, like
I love a quarterback
for that.
If a quarterback's ass, I could live with it if he's at least trying to get his number 1 player the ball, man. I could live with it.
Exactly.
But Stafford, I'm not saying he's ass. No way. I'm just saying in general. Yeah.
Super Bowl champ.
Hey, before going back to earlier, before you're a Super Bowl champ, everyone's calling Stafford a fraud, a choke artist, never won a playoff game. You are what you are until you're not. So,
exactly.
Shout out Stafford.
100%. But yeah, man, I got the Rams.
Yeah, I don't.
This game.
Yeah,
they're better.
Yeah. The same. I think we'll go over this one pretty quickly too. Eagles at Jets. Fairly obvious, I think.
I expect the Eagles to win this game. Move to 6.
Pretty handily. I
think they're going to be in Zach Wilson's face, and he does not play well under pressure.
Yeah.
Depending on how bad this game goes, this could maybe lead the Jets to making a quarterback change. It's possible.
See, I think because he's played well enough these last 2 weeks, I think they're going to give him a pass if he struggles versus the Eagles because Philly's secondary isn't good, but I don't think the D-line isn't going to give Zach a chance to even look downfield for Garrett Wilson. But I think as long as he's not 4 picks bad, I think they'll give Zach Wilson another week, even if they lose, which they are.
The thing is though, we're approaching the trade deadline, so they got to make this decision quick whether they're going to stick with Zach or not. And so yeah,
if you look past this game though, the schedule lightens up. I mean, Zach, I don't know. I'm kind of rooting for Zach. I know he's not going to win this game, but
I'm rooting for him too, which is crazy because
you're a Well, you also want your team to be the worst in the league, so.
Well, yeah, not even just that. I just don't like the Jets, but
yeah.
Especially when you're seeing everyone shit on him, all these analysts publicly, you kind of feel
that's just so lame, bro. It's one thing for fans to do it because that's what fans do, but you're getting paid to analyze the game. You're not being paid to just shit talk,
Exactly. And
especially he's a young player, man. It's just kind of messed up. He deserves some slander last year for when he's oh no, it's not. I don't is it your fault that you guys lost or is it Patriots? No, I get that, but I feel like he's matured a lot since then.
I agree. But yeah, nonetheless, got the Eagles.
Eagles are gonna win pretty handily.
Let's move on. Oh man, yeah, this one's gonna be ugly.
You know how we said the Dolphins always beat up on the bad teams or whatever, right?
Yep.
Bills beat up on bad teams, and especially when they lose,
the previous week.
the next week, they're gonna fucking shit on the Giants on Sunday Night Football. I got Bills by 20, bro.
Same. Yeah, not much to say, man. The Giants look like one of the worst teams in the league. Daniel Jones didn't finish; he got hurt last
Yeah,
week.
neck
I
injury.
think, yeah. So I'm not even. Do we even know if he's gonna play for sure?
I'm not even if he was gonna play, it's not skewing me either way. Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm just like, man, this team is already so talent deficient, like offensively.
yeah,
Like you lose your best quarterback option, no matter what you think about Daniel Jones, he's still probably the best option for that team.
yeah. I don't even know who
Um,
their backup is.
yeah, me either. So,
Is it Tyrod? I don't even know. It might be
oh, you know
Tyrod.
what? I think it might be Tyrod. Actually, not to say that. Who
Tyrod
isn't bad?
revenge game? No, I
Tyrod
play.
revenge game against the Bills, dude. That'd be insane. Just
Nah, I remember
imagine
when
if Tyrod
Tyrod.
goes in there and just whoops the Bills' ass, and it's like, oh, should Tyrod be the starter? Like,
I
that'd be
remember
the
when
talk of the
Tyrod
game.
got benched because the Saints smoked him in Buffalo. That was crazy.
I don't even remember that. That's like a
Nah,
Saints fan memory. Like,
nah,
but
cause we beat him like 41 to like 17, and then like Tyrod didn't play bad, but they benched him anyway, and they put Nathan Peterman. That was like the start of the Nathan
oh my
Peterman shit.
god,
Yeah,
Jesus,
nah, but
yeah,
Tyrod's a good backup, but versus the Bills, like they're just outmatched badly.
yeah, they're finished. Like, let's call it what it is. Like, their situation's looking as bleak as the Patriots is because they're staring at 1-7 as well.
Yeah, and they don't have any talent. Like other than Saquon, who's never healthy, the receivers
Yeah,
aren't good. Darren Waller has been very disappointing. Their defense, I mean, they have Kayvon Thibodeau, but I mean, he hasn't even like shown like the flashes, that you would. He's been pretty underwhelming, I think.
he's had a couple of good moments, but the production just isn't there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, I still like him as a player personally, but
I don't
yeah,
know.
man,
I
this
just,
could be a
yeah,
mismatch. The Bills, especially coming off the disappointment last week, they got
yeah,
something to prove. I think they're gonna take
and like,
all their anger out on
and
the
and they got
Bills.
that Mike. That was it, like that Mike Tyson quality. They're just gonna knock you out, bro. Like when they beat you, they
Oh
beat
yeah,
you.
yeah, they yeah, big
They
time.
whoop they whoop your
Um,
ass. Yeah,
the Bills, like they have suffered two really bad injuries back to back weeks with Milano and
and
Tre'Davious White.
Trey White.
So yeah, man, like they
But
can't
even
take
then,
many
I
more
don't.
of
The
these. They
Giants,
can't take
yeah, yeah. But I'm
they
saying
can't
even
take
then,
many more
Giants
of
don't
these
have
here.
any players to like take advantage of that. I don't think.
Yeah, I'm not even really talking about the Giants like when I bring this up. I'm most talking about like when it comes to winning the Super Bowl potentially,
Oh yeah,
right?
I don't think they're a Super
And
Bowl
going
team.
up against like the Chiefs and teams like that.
The Bengals,
Like missing those guys
Ravens.
is gonna really hurt like once
Yeah,
they get down to those games. So but yeah, this week it shouldn't matter. The Bills should dominate. So
yeah.
let's move on to this is to me the second most interesting game of the week.
It would have been more
Um,
interesting if the Cowboys had won. I think,
or at
or
least
at least been
more
competitive.
competitive. Yeah.
Yeah,
I still think it's gonna be a really good game, personally. Um, but yeah, I mean,
I.
it's tough. It's tough because the Chargers'
It's
defense is
tough.
really bad. They're missing Mike Williams. Like I understand they got Keenan Allen still. Quentin Johnson's done nothing, absolutely
Yeah,
nothing. So I just
you
don't see
know
a
they'd
lot
like
of
that pick back.
I don't see a lot of targets for Herbert to throw to. I still think he's going to do his thing because of how great he is,
Yeah, he's amazing.
but I think the Cowboys are going to win this game, especially coming off the disappointment from last week. They get an extra day of rest. You know what I mean? Get to play on Monday Night Football this time.
Yeah,
So I think the Cowboys are going to get back this week. I think it's going to be a pretty high-scoring game. It's mostly going to be Cowboys fans there, so it's going to be like a home game for
yeah.
them.
It's gonna be like a 70-30, bro. Like
Yeah,
Cowboys fans are
easily.
all over California.
So,
Um,
yeah, I think the Cowboys are a better team. I think they're going to win this game.
I think, yeah, I agree with the Cowboys being the better team, but I'm going off vibes, man. I love Herbert. I'm gonna go with the Chargers, man. I mean, I would say at home, but like it doesn't really matter because it's just gonna be a Cowboys home game, like for like fan wise. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just think I have they're coming off a bye week, so they're gonna have the rest. Cowboys just got embarrassed on Sunday Night Football, so they're gonna come out and they're gonna play hard. But I don't know. I'm gonna go with Justin Herbert, man. I think he's gonna. They need it because if they want to be a playoff team, they got to win too. Like they can't just be losing these games. Like because they already have two losses. Um, yeah, I'm going to Chargers, man.
I can see it happening. Yeah, I mean, if the
If they were
Cowboys lose
healthier, I'd be
back-to-back
more
weeks,
confident. Like if they had
Cowboys lose
a
back to back weeks, it's not going to look good. Like,
yeah,
it's not like
and both these coaches aren't great, man. Like you don't love either of these coaches, Staley
no
or
Staley.
McCarthy,
Staley especially. To me, Staley's going to be done after this year because I don't see
unless
myself
they
making
unless they make a deep
playoffs.
run. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's about it, man. Want to go through the picks?
Yeah, we'll go through the picks. You want me to read them, and then or you could read them. Up to you.
You could read them. Go
All
ahead.
right. Week 6 NFL picks. The teams on a bye are the Packers and Steelers. But Thursday night football, Broncos at Chiefs. Who do you have?
Chiefs easily. This is going to be a beatdown.
For me, upset of the week, I got the Broncos, man. I'm going off vibes. I don't have no analysis, no
It's a
reason,
ballsy
no
pick.
rhyme.
It's a
I'm
ballsy
just
pick.
going
I'll
with
give it to you.
Broncos. I'm a Broncos hater, but I'm gonna go with the vibes. All right, next game up, London game, Ravens at Titans, but it is a London game.
Got the Ravens. Coming off disappointment last week, they need this win. Anything could happen in London though, but I think the Ravens won a close one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I got the Ravens winning as well. Next game up, Panthers at Dolphins.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the biggest beatdowns of the week. Panthers going to have no answer for the Dolphins. Yeah, not much to say. Dolphins are a way better team. They're going to probably put up like 45 points again. So, yeah,
Yeah,
Dolphins.
I don't have much to add. I got the Dolphins winning. I think Tua's going to have a better game. I mean, they beat Giants pretty handily, but he did have 2 turnovers. I think Dolphins win, and Tua has a great game. Next game up, Saints at Texans.
Got the Texans in a close one. I believe in their quarterback more. I believe in their coach more. They're at home. They've been competitive in almost every single one of these games. The Saints, outside of last week, haven't been able to put up points offensively.
No.
So yeah, based off all those factors, I got Texans winning this game.
And I have the Saints. I know CJ Stroud's been pretty damn good this year. He has no turnovers, no picks, at least. I think that changes this week. I think the Saints are going to force him to have some turnovers, maybe fumble, an interception. I think the Saints, they got to build off their momentum from the Patriots, try to score some points. I think Olave is going to have a bounce back game. I got the Saints. Next game up, Commanders at Falcons. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Got
Scott, you're
MVP
sick.
Desmond Ritter. He's about to step up. He's about to do his thing.
He fucking sucks.
Show why he's great. So yeah, man. Falcons. It's gonna be a close one. Obviously, I'm trolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
But
gotta put that disclaimer out there for these people.
yeah, man. I got the Falcons. Yeah, man. They just have a knack for winning these close games. I don't like the way Washington played at all against,
Yeah,
in my opinion, one of the worst teams in the league, the Bears. So yeah, I got the Falcons winning this.
yeah. I got the Commanders. I think coming off of a mini bye, basically, they play on Thursday night. They get the extra rest. They're gonna come out hungry. They just got embarrassed by the Bears, like you said. I think Sam Howell's gonna have a bounce back game. He had a good game. Like he had a lot of yards. Didn't have the touchdowns, but I think Commanders win. Next game up, Colts at Jaguars.
Got Jacksonville. They're at home. They got the better quarterback. I love Gardner though. See this game going either way easily. Jacksonville hasn't been impressive at all. But I think they won a close one. Without Anthony Richardson, that's still going to hurt them
Yeah,
somewhat.
for sure.
So, got Jacksonville winning a close one.
Yeah, I have Jacksonville winning. I think they're going to build off this 2 game win streak. I disagree with you that they look pretty impressive versus the Bills. Um, they pretty much controlled the whole game. Trevor Lawrence made some big boy throws, had that amazing pass to Ridley on was it third down, still the game. I got the Jaguars. Next game up, Seattle Seahawks at Cincinnati Bengals. Must win for Cincy. Who you got?
Like you said, must win. I got Cincinnati winning this game.
Yes, sir.
Like because it's a must win. Burrow looked like normal Joe Burrow last week. I have
Yeah.
no reason to believe he's not going to do the same thing this week. But yeah, it comes down to what he looks like. If
Yeah.
he looks like how he did 2 weeks ago, then they're not beating anybody, let alone the Seahawks. So, yeah, I got the Bengals winning this game. I think it's going to be relatively high scoring, but them being at home, I think that'll give them the advantage.
Yeah, I too have Cincinnati. I think Joe Burrow looked damn near 100, as close to 100% as he can be coming off the calf strain. He looked pretty amazing. He had some great throws to Jamar. He had that beautiful touchdown pass. It looks like he's finally, getting used to the calf restraint. It's a must win. If they want to make a playoff run, they need a win now. They got to go into the bye week, rest up. Then you got San Fran. So I got Cincinnati taking care of business at home. Next game up, Vikings at Bears.
Got the Vikings, even without Justin Jefferson. I'm not super confident in this pick, though. I will say, especially with the way Fields has
Yeah,
played the last couple of weeks, and the Vikings don't have an impressive defense at all. So Fields, for all we know, could go off again. But I got the Vikings
yeah.
winning. But if they lose, they're going to full fire sale mode. I think Kurt has got a good chance of getting traded if they lose this game.
He has a no trade clause though. Don't forget that.
That's
Um,
true.
I have the Bears winning. I think they too, like I said earlier. They're coming off like a mini bye. They played on Thursday night, got a big win in Washington. I think they're gonna build off that. Justin Fields is gonna build off that momentum. Vikings haven't been good on defense. Vikings don't have Justin Jefferson. They lost their best player. I think this is a big game for Justin Fields and DJ Moore, and I got them winning. Next game up, San Francisco 49ers at the Browns.
Yeah, I mean, I got the 49ers winning no matter who the quarterback is for the Browns. Right
Yeah,
now, it looks like it could be PJ Walker, which isn't good. This is the toughest defense Brock Purdy's ever faced, so I mean that's one aspect of this game. But I think they're going to put up just enough points in order to win this game. I think they're probably going to win something like 24-13, something like that. I don't
yeah,
think they're going to put up a crazy amount because, like I said, this Browns defense still is very good.
yeah. It's still a great defense.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the
I have
Niners
I
are the
have
best
San
team in the league.
Francisco. Yeah, I have San Francisco winning. I trust their coach more. I think Brock Purdy. Yeah, the Browns defense is amazing, but San Francisco has weapons. They got Ayuk, Debo, Kittle, Christian McCaffrey. I think they're just gonna win, especially if they don't have Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you see what happened with DTR versus the Ravens. It wasn't great. Next game up, Patriots at Raiders.
Yeah,
Snooze fest of the
Raiders.
year.
Raiders. This is gonna be an awful game. I say anybody out there, don't watch this game. Like if you're a football fan, this is gonna be some of the worst football you've seen all
Some
year.
bad quarterback play is going
The
to
Raiders
be
should
on
win this
display.
game. Belichick's always struggled against his former assistants, even with
Yeah.
Tom Brady. So yeah, the Patriots can't do anything offensively. I have no reason to believe that's going to start this week. I got the Raiders.
Yeah, I have the Patriots. I don't really have any reason just because I don't see the Patriots being what 1-5. I want to say.
You're just doing it to pity me. You just feel bad for me. You're just like,
Yeah,
oh.
I low key. Yeah, I mean either way, these quarterbacks are fucking mid. Raiders probably should win. They have more talent on offense. They're healthier. Considering the Patriots are missing Judon and Christian Gonzalez. I think this is just gonna be a game where he Belichick feasts on bad quarterbacks, and I think he's gonna feast on Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't like what I see from Jimmy. Next game up, Lions at Buccaneers.
I got the Lions. It's one of the best offenses in the league. They're one of the best teams in the NFC. Um, Bakers look great though,
Yeah,
so I think this is going to be a pretty close game, all things considering. But to me, the Lions are the way better team, so I think they will win this game.
yeah. I don't have much to add. I think it'll be a close game. If the Bucks do win, though, you got to start respecting them more as a threat in the NFC. With that said, I like what Detroit's doing. Their offenses look great, even with the injuries with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Was it Gibbs was out? They're still
Yep.
getting it done, and I think this is a game they need a win, to show that they're there to compete. Next game up, Cardinals at Rams.
Yeah, I got the Rams winning this game pretty easily. The Cardinals have been competitive in a lot of these games, but at the end of the day, they only got one win. So
Yeah,
the Rams, especially getting Cooper Cup back, that's going to add a whole other dimension to their offense, make them even harder to stop than they've been. They're at home. Rams should win this game pretty easily.
yeah. Don't have much to add. I think they have a better quarterback, better coach. Uh, Cooper Cup is back. Puka, he's been amazing when he had the opportunities. I think it's just even more weapons for Stafford. I think they win, like you said. Cardinals, they've been competitive, but at the end of the day, they have one win. Next game up, Eagles at Jets.
Yeah, not much to say about this one. The Eagles are the better team. They haven't even played their best football, and they're 5-0.
Yeah, five and zero.
Expecting to move to 6-0. I think Zach Wilson's going to be pressured all game, and he doesn't play well under pressure. And the Eagles are going to take advantage of that. I think they're going to win this game pretty handily.
Yeah,
And we'll see what the Jets do at quarterback. You know what I mean? Because like if the Jets lose and also the Vikings lose, that could be like a situation
something
where
to look out
possibly
for. Yeah.
they want to try to maybe add Kirk to this team.
Yeah, I got the Eagles. They haven't, like you said, they haven't been playing their best football. Still undefeated. I think one of their biggest weakness is the secondary. But with that said, Jets O line isn't going to be able to block Philly's D line, so Zach Wilson won't even get a chance to try to exploit it. I think they win pretty easily.
Yeah.
Another game, pretty.
Another thing too, we
No.
didn't even bring up. Elijah Vera Tucker, he's out for the year.
Oh yeah, he's out for the year,
And he
right?
was playing right tackle for them, and he was like one of
Yeah,
the only good linemen they had
yeah.
left. So
That's
that's a
not.
huge loss.
Yeah, huge loss. Um, Next game up, Giants at Bills, Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, not much to say. The Giants are awful. They're one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah,
Buffalo played like shit last week. I think they're going to want to get back and uh, assert all the anger that they feel from last
yeah,
week's game onto the Giants. We don't know if Daniel Jones is going to play because he has a neck
yeah.
injury.
Even if he is,
Even if he
I,
is, it's going to be a beatdown.
yeah.
Yeah, Bills are at home. Sunday Night Football. I'm surprised this game didn't get flexed.
I don't think they can flex it this early in the year,
Yeah, that's
unfortunately.
probably
Yeah,
why. Otherwise, this shit would have been flexed.
yeah.
No doubt about it.
So we both got the Bills. Uh, Final game of the week: Cowboys at Chargers, Monday Night Football. I say at Chargers, but I mean it's going to be a Cowboys home game.
Yeah,
Chargers
Chargers
don't
don't have
have
home
fans.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Cowboys are a better team to me from top to bottom.
yeah,
Outside of quarterback, obviously, but
yeah. Okay.
yeah, it's gonna be a close game, high scoring game to me. But Cowboys coming off that disappointment, getting beat down the way they did last week, they need this win this week.
Yeah,
Else, who knows? Like if they lose back-to-back games, that could send their season down to a bad path.
yeah.
So I got the Cowboys winning this game.
Yeah, I have the Chargers winning. I think Justin Herbert, he's been amazing. He's gonna. I think if he gets this win, he's gonna put himself in that MVP talk. Um, I think Cowboy. I mean, the Chargers don't have the weapons of the San Francisco 49ers, but I mean Herbert, one of the best quarterbacks. I think they're getting Eckler back, which is big since they don't
It's
have Mike
huge.
Williams. Um, yeah, I got the Chargers winning, man. And if they want to make a playoff run, they gotta start winning. They gotta start adding these wins. So I got the Chargers. And that's it for our Week 6 NFL predictions.
Yes, sir. Not much to add. You got
Yeah,
anything
now.
you want to add, man?
No, man, I think these games are going to be pretty mid, except like two or three look pretty interesting, like Cowboy Chargers, Seahawks Bengals, and
Yeah,
I think Ravens Titans might be sneaky interesting, but we'll
yeah.
see.
Like you said, on paper, a bunch of these games don't look that interesting. Hopefully, on the field, the product's a lot
Yeah,
better than we expect them to
Lions
be.
Bucks. That's going to be. I think will be pretty fun.
Yeah. I think if you're like a football nerd, there's kind of like a couple of games you could talk yourself into and try to make
Yeah,
them
I feel like
interesting.
I'll talk myself into any
But
game
for the
just to
but for
watch
the
some game.
casual fan, I think a lot of them are
Yeah,
probably gonna be like, these games kind of suck.
yeah.
But yeah, man, not much to add. I guess we'll see y'all on what is it, Sunday?
Sunday or
Uh,
Monday, depending on when we do the show.
yeah, hopefully Sunday. Hopefully Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, y'all have a good
Hey,
one.
hey, 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 no, wait, hold on. If the Broncos win, we gotta do a quick reaction
Okay,
show.
for sure. Yeah, if
Yeah,
the
if
Broncos
they win,
win, if
we
the
gotta do
Broncos
a
win, we'll
reaction
be
show.
back Thursday to talk
Yeah,
about that
for sure.
fuckery that obviously went down.
Yeah. Hey, man, vibes, man. I'm going on vibes.
Yeah, bro. I guess I
Yeah.
respect it though. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all on Sunday, hopefully. If not Monday, and yeah, y'all have a good one.